Hello friends, my name's Michelle and I call myself the Beauty Treasure Hunter. Today I have some old treasures rediscovered and some new treasures. Had a lot of fun doing this look, so if you want to see what the old treasures are, what the new treasures are, because there's a lot more than what I just held up, then hang with me. Okay, to get started today, I just put on a new set of my God Venus Wispy Lash Clusters. They're $10 on Amazon and they last for a very long time. And when I put on a new set, I like to do some tight lining, and I found these wonderful Hourglass 1.5 millimeter eyeliners at my salvage store. But then I noticed that the Profusion liner that I had is Seamless Strokes Precision Gel Liner. It is like the same thing. So I'm going to do one side with Profusion today. This just helps if you have any tiny gaps in your clusters to fill in those gaps. I'm going to go a little bit above as well, but I've got to look closely. The Profusion is significantly cheaper than an Hourglass. This one's in the color Dark Roast. So I'm going to do it on the top as well. To keep it even, I'm going to do the Hourglass, which is black, on the underside. So now I match. Okay, I have already put on my Nivea UV Super Water Gel SPF 50. In the summer, I always like to do a clear one and then go in with a tinted one. Today, I'm going to use this Groy Perfect Cream in the color Rich. This is on Amazon. I think it's around $10. And it reminds me of the consistency of the Physicians Butter Glow bronzer. But this one doesn't have any SPF. So I can knock out 2 steps with one product. Here's what it looks like. Down the neck just a little bit, in the hairline just a little bit. Okay, now I ordered the Fit Me concealer in the shade 01, which is like the lightest, because it was $3.75, and it is super light, but I can use it as eyeshadow primer. Lid primer. Now I think this shade is still on sale, so if you don't mind super light as your primer, or maybe you are super light, then this will be perfect for your under eyes or wherever. You can't beat $3.75. Well, you can, but it would have to be at the Dollar Tree, wouldn't it? Trying not to mess up my liner. So I think I could have used less. It really goes a long way. Okay, but that's nice and moisturizing, and it did a good job of covering my veins. Okay, for my eyeshadow today, I got this palette from Moonlike Beauty. It's the Celestial Crush eyeshadow palette. And I got this because it looks pretty daring. This shade right here is kind of like a solstice color, what I call, it's got some shift in it, kind of like the Urban Decay Solstice shade. So I'm going to start off with the lightest matte. Also, I noticed in answering a question in the comments that the BeauArt eye set that I have been linking says it's currently unavailable. So I am now going back to that original 19-piece set. This one is a number 26. It's fluffy. I'm going to start with it. And I've heard lots of artists say, oh, if you're over 40, you really shouldn't, start with your powder. But here's the thing. Putting powder down makes everything else blend so smoothly. And if you don't, and you go in with a darker color, it's going to just cling to your concealer or your primer. So putting down a base color allows everything else you do on top to just blend so much better, I think. Yes, if you left it nothing but matte, you might look a little crinkly, but I like sparkles, sparkles. Hide the crinkles. Now I'm going to go in with a number 19 tapered crease, same set, and I'm going to use this color Teddy. It's kind of got a little pink in it. So this would be good for beginners or folks who who are scared of lots of pigment. So far, it's not got a lot of pigment. So now I'm going to go in with this shade called Brownie and a number 27 Fluffy Paddle Blender. Really? I think it's going to be hard to mess anything up with these. But hey, I'm not complaining. It's the really pigmented ones you got to watch out for. But then I do agree that there are some that, you know, if they just have zero pigment, it's very disappointing when you try to build and nothing happens. So I don't like the extremes, but I think I would err on the side of this right here. Not terribly pigmented, but enough that I can build it up, but not mess anything up at the same time. Okay, now I'm going to go in with a number 18, which is a Shadow Smudge. It's a smaller one. I think I'm going to use that same chocolate, no, it's called Brownie color right underneath. I just needed a smaller brush. Now I'm going to play with some sparkles. I'm going to use, it's called Starry, the one that's kind of like the solstice. I'm going to go cover all the uncovered parts right now on the mobile lid, but not taking it too far out, okay? And then I'm going to tap up in the sky here. Now I'm going to take a Precision, it says Precision Concealer, but it's a nice flat paddle brush. I think I'm going to go into this shade right here called Bronzy. I'm just kind of pressing it down. I'm going to go underneath, add a little bit of sparkle underneath too. So that's very subtle. And I think that's it. I'm happy with that. Those are easy to work with. I'm going to clean up my edges and relax and pull. Okay, now I think around the perimeter of my face, I am going to use some e.l.f. Halo Glow. This one is in shade 2. This one's in 3. This one's in 3.5, and actually it is my favorite. Then I have used this one before. It's shade 8 in Rich to do contouring with. So I'll let you see what each of those looks like. I think the 3.5 has kind of an olivey shade to it, olivey tone. I do like glow around the perimeter. Okay, the Rare Beauty Concealer was on sale recently at Sephora, and so I picked some up in 130 in. It's pretty light, so I'm gonna go easy on it here. And I think I'll use my Buart 71. This is 471, and you can see they're very, very close. Ooh, and a little bit of this goes a long way. So I'm gonna see if I can tap and take some off. Okay. For complexion today, I'm going to try another Revolution product. I think they're revamping all of their complexion products. This is the Super-Dewy Skin Tint. It has an SPF of 30, so we're going to get a third layer of sunscreen. And I got it in light cool. That seems to be the equivalent of the number 4 color. And the consistency of this is very thin. But I am going to use my number 70 Super Dense Foundation brush by Buart. And I wore this a couple of days ago, and love how it blends on, but it is super dewy. It is that. So I really have to take care to get it set down because it doesn't happen by itself. Okay, I need some more. Kind of blend it into my concealer there. I'm going to check my 10X mirror. Okay, the thing about using super dewy things is that they really get into the pores very nicely. They don't have as much coverage, but they also don't settle into my wrinkles as bad as a thicker one would. And then on a few places where I think I need a little bit more coverage, I'm a sucker for a good foundation stick. And I already had the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear in 260 bisque. I already had this one. Very nice shade match. Oh, and then of course they came out with a new one. And these are called the Shape Sticks, I think. Yeah, Shape Stick. And this one I have in shade 210, I believe. Okay, and so I'm gonna swipe it right next to this one. A little bit lighter, but that's what you would expect with the difference in the numbers. And so this one is a little bit more pinky. I'm just gonna dab it in some spots that I think I need a little bit more coverage. Okay, extremely moisturized. Let's see. Yeah, it sticks. Okay, I thought maybe it wouldn't, but it did. Okay, that was a bad idea. Okay, I scored at Ross the other day. Sometimes I, feel like I've really found a treasure. I found some NARS cream concealer in Laguna, the original. This is number 2, I think. And I'm going to use that with a number 47. And just use my brush as if it were a stick. Woo-wee! Okay, gonna have a lot of blending to do today. But I am super dewy, so it's gonna blend. All right, that blended out nicely. Put a little bit on my ear back here. And the Lawless cream blushes were also on sale at Sephora recently, and they still may be. I got this one in Rosebud. I already had Angel. My daughter had gotten it for me, my oldest daughter. I have my dedicated number 47 that is stained with blush, so I know it's the blush one and not the bronzer one. Yellow Brick Road method, around and around. I know why companies do shades, multiple shades that are kind of similar. It's because once you find one that you like, you're gonna want another one, and you're gonna be more apt to buy a shade very similar to one you already like and know you love. It's a marketing thing, I think. So Rosebud and Angel are a lot alike. All right, the next thing I have to show you is a little crazy, but you know how I collect the Fenty suede blushes? This one is called, it's number 12, Drama Class. And it is lavender. But lavender ends up translating on me kind of as a pink, so I'm just rolling my brush in it. Gonna use it to set it down. And I don't go bonkers with it, just very lightly. And I like it. It pulls it to more cool. So if you have a cream blush that you've used that's a little bit too warm for you, you can tap some of this on. And it was only $4.99 at Ross. I felt like I had hit like double jackpot that day. Let's see, for just a little bit of highlighter today, Revlon has put out these Glimmer Super Balms that I think go along with, the Glimmer stick that they've come out with. This one is the rosy color. Let's see, I think it's rosy bronze. Yep, number 4. I'm gonna go back with my bronzer brush. Dip right in, but this is glowy, and I'll just put a little bit above, using this kind of like a wood highlight. So it's very subtle. I'm going to use my new Kosas Cloud Set in Peachy Cloud Set and the puff. And everywhere that is shiny, that I see pores, I'm just going to set it down. You can totally see the difference now. Set, not set. Okay, I'm going to check my 10X. Okay, the pores look pretty good. On the IPSY store, there's this one brand that they've been featuring called Pretty Vulgar. And this is their bronzer, and it's in Bronzed Bee. 42, son of a bee. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is angry female makeup. I love it. Sometimes I need it, sometimes I do. And my number 50 brush. But look at that color. That is so nice. So nice and cool and light. It's one that you can just go crazy with without doing lots of damage. So I like my Pretty Vulgar Bronzed Bee, whatever that B stands for. I don't think I am one of those. I try not to be. Okay, brows. If you asked me, Michelle, you can only have one brow coloring item for the rest of your life, this is what mine would be. The NYX Powder Louder in Ash Brown. And these they usually sell for like, I want to say somewhere between like $7.98 and $9.98. But at my salvage store, they were 99 cents. So I got one of every color to put in my kit because they're almost like goof proof, I think. I turn it on its side and just go for it. Functions more like a powder louder. And I always notice when I am editing my videos, this side always ends up looking darker. Now, my monitor, like right now, they're the same. So I just thought I would let y'all know that. My lighting is more from the side over here, so it really gets that brow. And this one is more from the front. My husband and I are building a house, and I'm gonna have a little room that doesn't have a bed in it, that's not a spare bedroom, as my beauty room, so I'm so excited. And I love that spoolie. The past few days I've been using the Be Pure lamination brow gel set from Dollar Tree. Today I'm gonna see if the Mega Stay from Wet n Wild can hang with it. Feels good. All right, now I'm gonna give this finishing powder, excuse me, one more chance by Milani. And I'm going to use a fluffy flower beauty brush. This finishing powder is supposed to just airbrush everything without making you look too powdery. So we'll see. Okay, let's do little lips. This is a liner that I got off of my IPSY shop. It's by Toy Factory. And it says Nia Lip because it has niacinamide, and this is in the color Deep Seek. So here's what it looks like. Darker kind of brown. Recently at Walgreens, I saw that the Maybelline lipsticks were on sale, so I got a couple of colors I did not have. The first one is number 280. Rum Riche. And when I looked at it in the store, I was like, yeah, I will like that. But when I look at the colors online, this looks so dark, I would have never picked it. But I'm really liking it. And I also got another nude that I had been wanting, and it's been sold out at Walmart for a long time, number 205, Nearly There. And I like to put a nude closer to the center, and this one has a little sheen to it. So I'm really liking these. Okay, now I had gotten some lifter gel before, some lip oil, And the first color I got was some kind of, I think, macchiato latte something. I'll put it on the screen. And I wasn't thrilled with it. And then I watched Caramel. I can't remember the name of her channel, but I'll put her channel up so you can check her out. She's in Ireland. And she was raving about the color Strawberry Shake. Said it was the best lip oil she'd ever tried and that it had such a nice scent. So I thought, okay, I'll try one more. And you have to go one click at a time. Just one, or you're going to get too much. And it is very nice and shiny, but I don't taste anything or smell anything. And it's not like, if I do, it's not like Strawberry Shake. So I just feel like I wasted $10 more because I trusted somebody else. So what do I require in a lippy gloss like that? I want a little bit of pleasant taste. Yeah, the pleasant factor. It's just not there. And I've been using some Morphe Lifeproof, just testing it out. I do like the mist. I do like the scent. Do I notice that it works tremendously well at keeping everything put all day after like my long, long days? No, but it's pleasant. So here we go. Is it any better? You know, it's like 20 bucks. Is it any better than the $10 varieties? Not that I can tell so far. Okay, there are two things I forgot. I haven't set my under eyes and I have no mascara on my lower lashes. So I'm going to use my Kosas Cloud Set and Peachy Cloud Set and my Fluffy Flower Beauty brush. And as a free gift, I got this Rare Beauty mascara. So I'm going to try it. Woo! Big, big brush. Natural bristle. But it's grabbing my little blonde hairs and coating them for sure. So I like that. So let's see. Let me zoom out just a little bit. So this is my final look for the day. I started off really glowy. And now I just feel moisturized. No sticking. Oh, me. So I really liked everything. Is there anything I didn't like today? The gloss is not great. Or the new Maybelline lip oil. It is shiny. But I expect just a little bit more. So if you like for them to taste good and smell good and feel good and not just look good, I mean, you want the whole shebang, then, you might want to skip out on them. So thank you for watching today. I really appreciate it. If you'd like and subscribe, I'm slowly making it to my goal. I think I'm going to get there. I'm like the little engine that could. I think I can with your help. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're doing well. I hope spending this time with me took your cares away for just a little while, and I hope you see me next time.